Hi grade 1! So, we learned how to put our types of notes, whether it's a quarter note, whole note, or a half note, and how to play that rhythm with the note that it's on the line. So we said because on this line we played it as a G. So, if you've been practicing, you should be able to do this with me real quick. So let's bust out our recorders and let's play line number 1 together, okay? Just quickly, let's get into it. Hold your recorder, hold your G. Let's play number 1. In 1, 2, 3, go. Simple. So you should have that absolutely perfect, no excuses. And if you've got that down, then the next two are going to be pretty easy because all we're doing is we're not changing the rhythm. If you look at it, the rhythm is the same. In the first bar, we have 4 quarter notes. Ta, 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 just like in number 1. Ta, 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 ta. In the second bar, we have ta, ah. And in the third bar, we have ta, ah. And this is the same rhythm on number 2 and number 3. So, what is changing between number 2 and number 1? What's the difference between number 1 and number 2? Take a quick look and tell me if you can find it. What is the difference between line number 1 and line number 2? Have you seen it? It might have to do with where the position of these notes. Maybe it's one higher for number 2 or one lower. Alright, so if you've said that the notes are one space above, then you are absolutely right. So now what we have here is we have a note that is not in a line anymore, but it's in a space. Alright? So how do we know the notes in the spaces? We said if you want to know what's in the space, you gotta hit your face. So we use face for the space notes. So space number 1 is F. Space number 2 is A. Space number 3 is C. And space number 4 is E. Okay? And the lines was every good boy deserves Fanta. So let's look at line number 2. We can see that it's in the second space, meaning it's A. Okay? So we're going to hold our A note. And how do we hold our A note? We put 2 like that. So we said, remember we said for a G, it was like a duck, because a duck has a big bill, big mouth. A was a snake, because a snake has 2 big teeth coming out, and it bites. So we're going to hold our A note, which is like a snake. So it's like a G, but you remove your ring finger. But this hand still remains over here. It's just now you have 2 fingers down, snake, and your thumb is still there. So let's play line number 2 with the same rhythm, but this time using A. Okay? So let's try that out. Same rhythm. So it's still ta, 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 ah, ta, ah, ta, ah. Alright, let's put it in the recorder. So hold your recorder, hold an A, rest it on your lips, and let's go in 1, 2, 3, go. One more time, go. Good. Let me hear you. Try it by yourself. 1, 2, 3, let's go. Ta, 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 ta. One more time. Ta, 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 ta. Good. Now, this is super easy. So let's now try and do line number 1 and then line number 2. So all that's changing is the note that we're playing, okay? So it's going to be G for line number 1. Then we remove a finger to play A for line number 2, okay? So let's try that out. Let's put them both together. So line number 1, line number 2. Let's get ready and let's start it off. 1, 2, 3, let's play. Line number 2, let's go. good. If you've done that, that is awesome. Let's try line number 3. So same thing, the rhythm is the same. Still 4 quarter notes, 2 half notes, 1 whole note. But the only difference is we are on line number 1, 2, 3. All the notes are on line number 3. So if it's on a line, we use every good boy. So every good boy. What letter does boy start with? Yes, B. So let's try to do line number 3, but this time holding a B. Okay? So how do you hold a B? Remember we said, what's that small little thing that's super annoying in the middle of the night and you have to sleep with a net so it doesn't take your blood like a vampire? It is a B. So, I mean, no, the insect isn't a bee, the note is a bee, but the insect is a mosquito. Because a mosquito has a sharp tooth, and it just takes your blood without you realizing it. So, the note B. How do we hold it? With our pinchy fingers? Just that, okay? So it's not like, it's like a G, but not with 3 fingers. It's like an A, but not with 2 fingers. It's a B with 1 finger. That's our mosquito. But, alright, so let's do the exact same rhythm, but this time holding B, okay? Notice B is on the 3rd line. B, an easy way to remember B, it's always in the middle. The middle line is always B. The same way you know that G is the 2nd line, B is the 3rd line. Okay, always in the middle. So let's try line number 3. Grab your recorders. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, blow. One more time with me. Let's go. Let me hear you now by yourself. Go. One more time. Alright, good. So now let's try and put line number 1, line number 2, and line number 3 together. All we're doing is changing the note. So line number 1, you're holding a G. Line number 2, you're holding an A. Line number 3, you're holding a B. Okay, so all you're doing is just removing 1 finger for every line. So let's try it from 1, 2, and 3. Follow me, and let's go for it. 1, 2, 3, let's go. Let's do it again. Line number 1 till line number 3. 1, 2, 3, go. Done! Alright, so now let's get into what we left unfinished, which was number 4. So I rubbed it out and rinsed it out again, so don't worry if it's all the way up here, it's the exact same thing that was there last time. So let's first, before we can play it, let's clap out the rhythm. So any place where we see a quarter note, we're going to say ta. Any place where we have a half note, ta-a. And any place that's a whole note, we're going to say ta-a-a-a. So 4 beats, okay? So let's go for it. Start off over here. I want you to clap your hands. I'm going to click just because I can't tap and click at the same time. But make sure you're clapping your hands and saying it out loud with your mouth. Alright? 1, 2, 3, go. Ta, 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 ta. Again. 3, go. Ta, 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 ta. By yourself, go. One more time. 3, go. Alright, let's take it to the second bar. Just the second bar. So since these are half notes, we're going to say ta-a, ta-a. Alright, say it with me. 3, 2, let's go. Ta-a, ta, again. Ta-a, ta-a. ah by yourself. One more time by yourself. So let's put all these two bars together from bar 1 and bar 2. 3, go. Ta, 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 ah, by yourself. Then let's go to bar 3. Super easy. It's a whole note, so we say ta, ah, go. One more time by yourself. Alright, now let's put it all together. I'm going to say it one time and then you're going to say it after me. Or you can say it with me and then say it by yourself afterwards. 3, go! Ta, 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 ah, ta, ah, ta, ah. By yourself. Alright, now let's try and, now that we've got the rhythm, let's get our notes right. So, this first note is on the second line, making it a G, yes. And this one is on the second space. So if we want to know the space note, we hit our face, so F, A. Then our third note over here is on the third line, which is every good boy, B. So let's try and play these three notes together. G, A, B as quarter notes. 3, go. Again. Alright, and then when we're coming back here, it's A again. So it's just G, A, B, A. So let's try and play G, A, B, A. 3, go. 3, go. By yourself, go. Alright, let's do measure number 2, bar number 2. So now we're going to hold G for 2 beats, and then, which note is this? A for 2 beats. So G, A. 3, go. Again, 3, go. Let's try to put bar 1 and bar 2 together. 3, go. Alright, and let's try to finish this one off. This is a G, but how many beats? 4. So let's try and play it out. 3, go. Again. By yourself. Alright, let's put it all together from bar 1 till bar 3. 1, 2, 3, go. One more time with me, then by yourself. 3, go. By yourself, let me hear you go. Awesome. So that's it for this week. Just a recap on the different rhythms we've been doing, but this time we've had different notes in one section rather than just one note. And next week we're going to put it into a song, and we're just going to keep taking it on from there. And hopefully you are playing it well, using good breath, and holding it well, not the baby position. Alright? So have fun with that, and let's see you next week for a slightly more interesting song. Bye for now.